those aches and pains and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. How about another? Touchdown, Houston. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays, there's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They start on the ground with West. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now a second down throw for Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Off the play fake, Winston. Connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Jones on the return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Manning on the bootleg. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now Manning. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start...
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Goes underneath for Bell. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Sammy Coates has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Into the red zone now, Manning. And that is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Manning. Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much
repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
It's caught. Eddie Royal. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell, and he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Bell so light on his feet and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So it'll be first down here after the run. Manning looking to throw it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Eddie Royal, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Throwing now is Manning. And he slings one that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Winston. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. 3rd and long for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Manning gonna throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Off the bootleg. Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Ayers. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On the counter, here's Bell. Wiggles free. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's try.